Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Tonight I'm finally setting up my fourth bar stool. It's been sitting in this room for so long and I figured it was time to get it done. Last week I lost my voice, I had a runny nose, a headache, and some body aches but no chills. I'm still not sure what was going on, but I'm just glad my kiddos didn't get sick and I have my voice back. I originally had another video planned, but I wanted to sit down and chat with you guys, so I thought this video would be something a little different. So let's talk about Super Bowl Sunday. So congratulations to the Eagle fans. You guys kicked ass. You guys deserved that win. I honestly think you guys deserved that last Super Bowl win when you guys were last there. So congratulations to you guys. What did you guys think of the halftime show? Let me know in the comments below. So we were getting ready to head over to my brother-in-law's for the game, and my husband needed to take out the car seat base out of my car when he suddenly realized he couldn't find my car keys. And so I had to, come in and help him. And I normally leave my keys on the kitchen island, and they weren't there. So that's when I started tracing my steps. And I know that the last time I drove my vehicle was on Wednesday because that's when I took both my kids to their doctor's appointments, and I normally don't go anywhere unless I really have to. So that was the last time I drove my car, and plus, it was raining, so I was wearing my raincoat, so I was checking the pockets and I was looking like through everything, both the diaper bags, because I had both the kids' diaper bags in my car. So it was just like, did I leave them somewhere? Did I leave them in the car? I'm like, oh my God, what if they're locked in the vehicle? My husband went to go look in the car and he didn't see anything. So I was trying to think, like, where did I leave my car keys? Because I normally leave them on the kitchen island, and for some reason they're not there. So I started tracing my steps and trying to figure out where I may have left them. But anytime I looked in like a bag or, a cabinet or something, it was just never found. So I started asking my daughter, like, where are the car keys? Because she was the last person who had my vehicle keys, and I told her to leave them alone. Instead of me getting up to get them out of her hands and move them somewhere else, I didn't do that. So I got distracted and I just totally forgot about them until Sunday. But luckily, we found them. It took us about an hour or so, and once my husband found them, yeah, my daughter started crying because she knew she was in trouble. And I love my daughter, but there's times where she is so stubborn. She has an attitude. She doesn't want to talk to anyone. She'll ignore us. Um, yeah, it just doesn't help. So we're just like, we've been asking you for a long time, and you could have said something. You could have showed us where. She understands too, and she's smart. So I don't get her sometimes. Speaking of my daughter, I'm in the middle of potty training her. I honestly feel like it's been forever since I started training her, but after her second birthday, I waited a few months before introducing her to the toilet. She was afraid of it and didn't understand the concept. I figured maybe she just wasn't ready, so I gave it more time. A few months later, I tried again. Still no luck. I was getting impatient because she's turning 3 next month, so I decided to put down my foot and really be committed. So now we're on the fourth day and it's been a struggle. Of course, there has been some accidents, that's normal, but for some strange reason, she's actually afraid of her own urine. She will sit on the toilet and she's fine. But when she feels like she's about to pee, she freaks out, and I don't understand why that is. It's been 2 weeks since my son was discharged from the hospital. The first time he was discharged was right before Christmas. It was nice to have him home for the holiday. Unfortunately, he developed a fever and we had to rush him to the emergency room where he was admitted again. Turns out he had an infection in his head, but because of that, they had to remove his shunt and place a temporary one to drain excess fluid. He was supposed to get a new shunt, but since he was doing so well without it, they decided not to put it back in. Now that he's home, we've noticed his head seems a little bit bigger. At his appointments on Wednesday, his pediatrician and neurologist both had measured his head circumference at 43, which was very concerning because within a couple of days after, my husband decided to measure his head at home and he got 45. So we were a little concerned about that. We end up scheduling my son for an ultrasound for his head and then as well as a follow up with his neurologist. We're hoping that it's just his head growing because if it's fluid, then unfortunately we will have to have him remitted back into the hospital and have that shunt placed back into his head. So we're just hoping everything goes well. If not, then, we have to deal with that. It's heartbreaking how much my son has already gone through so much early in life, but despite everything, I'm just thankful that he's here with us and every moment we get to spend with him is a blessing. Which is why I've been looking for a remote job because with everything my son is going through, I need to be home with him. Since he's been home, he's been struggling with PTSD at night. So no matter what I try, nothing seems to calm him down. I mentioned this to his doctors, and they all told me that babies who have been hospitalized for long periods of time can develop trauma. Unfortunately, there isn't much that can be done for them. Most nights, he doesn't stop crying until 3 a.m. or sometimes at 4, which leaves me with barely any sleep. I'm hoping this eventually wears off, but everything is still uncertain with his head, and I can't help but feel that he might end up back in the hospital and that trauma will continue on. I've been able to get some sleep during the day. Of course, it's not much, but at this point, I'm basically running on coffee day and night. So, we're planning a trip to Disneyland next month for our daughter's third birthday, and my husband and I both agreed that taking her to Disneyland would be a better choice than throwing an actual birthday party for her. The weather always seems to ruin the party, and a lot of people will end up not coming. Plus, this way, we're able to save money by skipping out on the decorations and food, desserts, and instead, we can create some amazing memories with her. I'm planning to order some custom shirts to celebrate her birthday. I want to surprise her when she wakes up on the day of our trip. I'll be ordering some decorations and setting them up either in the bedroom or in the kitchen to make the morning extra special. This year, I'm going with a Minnie Mouse theme since she absolutely loves Minnie. Looking back, I probably should have chosen this theme for her first birthday, but instead, I went with Beauty and the Beast. So I'm really excited to have this theme at Disneyland. I know she's going to be so excited, and I cannot wait. I know this video was a little bit different from my usual life updates, but since I've been sick, I figured I'll try something new. I'm so glad that this bar stool is finally done. I even took a picture and I sent it to my husband. He was supposed to do this for me and he never got around to it, so I decided to do it myself. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this little chat while I put this chair together, and I'll see you in my next video.